What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast. And right now we're going to be talking about the championship games. Pretty much we already know right now, if you're watching this or listening to it, the Eagles are going to be playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Now, this was already predicted by me, and a lot of you guys had, certain things to say about it. Niners this, Niners that. The Bengals, it's Burrowhead and not Arrowhead. We're going to go over all of what happened. Obviously, we saw a lot of crazy stuff in the Chiefs and Bengals game as far as the refs go, but I'll give you guys my insight into that as we go ahead and get everything started off with the 49ers and the Eagles. Now, this is what I'm going to say. It was just purely bad luck for the Niner fans. They were down to their fourth quarterback, bro. Like, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to say, bro. I honestly don't know what to say, but once Purdy got hurt, I already knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like everything was just set up perfectly for the Eagles, and I don't really believe that Purdy was going to give them enough anyway. The biggest part for the Niners was that crazy run that McCaffrey got, where it looks like he was just doing whatever he wanted, and he was just straight maxed out in a Madden type of situation with all kinds of abilities, because he just ran through like 3 or 4 dudes. It was absolutely insane. So that was the biggest highlight of the Niners. Let's just be totally honest about it. Other than that, the Eagles pretty much controlled the game for the entirety of it. Like, it was nothing, pretty much in the first quarter, it was kind of like 7-zip, and we're trying to figure out, like, who's going to take off, stuff like that. Then at the end of the half, when they go up 21-7, it's like, And then when we see that they just can't do anything, you know what I'm saying? They just couldn't do anything in the second half, defensively or offensively. You pretty much saw that the Eagles had complete control of it. Now, Devonta Smith, that catch, I'm very, very disappointed in the Niners that they didn't challenge it. Like, even though we looked at it afterwards, that was a critical part of the game. All right, that's the drive where they score, and it's like, yo, bro, it's the championship game. If you're not sure, and this is what I don't understand. I know they have people on the field and people in the boxes that look down and see. If you're not sure about that, wouldn't you like send the word down really quickly? You see Devonta Smith hurrying up everybody, like, yo, let's go hike the ball. And I know some of them do it just to let you waste the timeout. But isn't it more of a situation where you want to make, be certain that this is a situation where the guy actually caught the ball? Great, layout catch, one arm OBJ type vibes. But bro, come on, man. That was what, really started the game off and just made me know, like, this is the Eagles' time. Like, it's no way about it. But remember, it's also about how strong the Eagles are. This is why I told you guys that they were going to the Super Bowl. Because when I watched them play, and a lot of the times, and I know some of you guys are telling me that Nick Bosa was injured and stuff like that, but regardless of the situation, right, it was pretty weird to me that, Jalen Hurts had so much time in the pocket. And it just shows that it goes to show you the Niners had pretty good back-end defense, because even when all that stuff was going on, nobody was getting open. So it's not like the Niners just got dominated and that was it. It was just a pure, the way the game started off, momentum, and then they just continuously controlled the game. But I gotta tell you, bro, everything that I thought would happen as far as the way the Eagles played happened. They got the lucky plays. You know what I'm saying? That catch, obviously, Jalen Hurts rolls out the pocket to the left and just throws the ball up in the air. The dude, Devonta Smith goes out, reaches out, catches it. When he gets blitzed early in the game, A.J. Brown is there as a blanket to catch the ball. Like, everything was just going there. Whereas, sort of 31-7, it's more of a situation where it's like, all right, we kind of, it's not like the Eagles just beat the brakes off of them, but just by the pure domination of them not having, Brock Purdy and bringing in a quarterback that has played for like 16 teams, you're not going to be able to do anything. And this is what's very interesting about when we get to Patrick Mahomes. To be able to play hurt is a very, very serious thing. And, at the highest level like this, people have to give credit to Patty Mahomes with the way, the way that he handled himself. Travis Kelce injuring his back during practice. He should be good to go in the 2 weeks of the Super Bowl based on what they were saying after the game. But injuries, if Brock Purdy stays, I don't believe the score is this wild, because I think it's closer. But I just want to be very, very clear. I think the Eagles would still have won the game, regardless of what happened. I think the Eagles were the better team. Just my opinion. I know Niner fans, diehard, whatever, but that O-line, they have 3 players in the Pro Bowl. So, Nicky Bosa, bro, like, he's not able to do anything to these guys. Lane Johnson, I think he was getting away with a lot of false starts, and the refs are like, you know what? I don't even care. But either way, he could not get around him, bro. So, again, it is what it is. I did, like I said, I picked the Eagles, obviously, like weeks ago to go to the Super Bowl on that side, simply because I just thought they were the strongest team. The Niner fans, I don't know how they rebuild. I don't know if they're going to now look to Trey Lance again. I don't know if they trade Trey Lance, Brock Purdy. Like, it was a bad ending to his beautiful story. So, you know, like how people overreact? I don't know what happens with the overreactions here, but we'll see how that works out. The Bengals and the Chiefs. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, yo, G, listen, this wasn't right. The refs, you know, the refs did this, the refs did that. A side play at the end when he's out of bounds is clearly a penalty. So I can't really argue with that. But throughout the game, there were a lot of calls that were questionable to where you can say, yo, you know what? Maybe the Chiefs refs, dude, I don't know what was going on. But again, this is why I always say this, right? Home field advantage, you know, the reason that they put that out there is because you do have an advantage. You know, and all week the Bengals were running their mouth. And it's not like the Bengals didn't play well. I think the Bengals obviously played well enough to win this game. But Patrick Mahomes is just him. Like, I don't know what to say about the scramble and everything he's doing. This dude had a high ankle sprain last week. And if you look at the scramble on the play that he gets hit, you know, with the roughing the passer out of bounds, that is a huge scramble for a guy that's, you know, still dealing with that injury. I just want to be very, very clear. Like, that's not easy to do. Even if most of you guys listening to this or watching this right now, you can't just walk down your steps regular without feeling pain. And this dude is doing all of this stuff. And that was the key play. Not only that, throughout the game, the throws he made, the one to Valdez-Scantling, like, these are lasers, bro. You know what I'm saying? You look at, you know, Travis Kelce, you see the way that he went out there, you know, like I said, injured back, and still balled like that. Like, it's something about the Chiefs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I have to give the Bengals their due, because I don't know how the hell they were able to make it here after the way they started off the beginning of the season, but they did. Is Burrow for real? Yes. Did he make some mistakes yesterday? Yes. But ultimately, a lot of you guys are going to, you know, blame the refs for the entire thing. I can't blame the refs for the entire game. And the Bengals did have opportunities to make plays. Not saying that because the game is late, you shouldn't make the call. I hate that. The same thing that happened with LeBron the other day. The refs choose to not decide the game on certain calls, but when it's obvious, you have to call it. I totally agree. But again, I think the Chiefs played well enough to win the game. They got some do-overs and all kind of weird stuff I've never seen before. But again, I think, you know, that all goes back to home field advantage. Now, again, it's no excuse. It's no excuse with it, but they did go out there with, you know, key players injured, and so did the Bengals. The Bengals had a lot of their O-line injured, so, you know, it's part of the game as you get late into the season. Health is the biggest thing. But again, when I saw that scramble and, you know, Patty Mahomes and the feeling that they had at the end of the game and the love that they have for each other, dude, look, I don't know what to say. I think the Chiefs, they've shown that they're a complete football team. You know what I'm saying? That's why I picked them to beat the Bengals. Even with the fact that, you know, Mahomes has never beaten Joey Burrow before last night, I still picked them. It was something about the team itself. And even with the high ankle sprain, I'm like, yo, you know what? This dude is still going to do it. And that's the way it worked out. So now we have the Eagles and the Chiefs. And I know you guys are like, yo, G, what are you thinking right away? All right, you know, what's the team that you're leaning towards? I gotta go with the Eagles, bro. And I hate the Eagles. And it's not because of them, you know, whatever, bro. But, like, it is what it is. Like, the Eagles are just, you know, they throw snowballs at Santa. They do wild things there. I got to go with the Eagles. Like, I don't know that offensive line, if you can't do anything or get any pressure on Jalen Hurts, it's pretty much a wrap. And that's what my whole point has been. They've been the healthiest, you know, going through. Other than Jalen Hurts getting, you know, his shoulder and all that stuff like that. Now we got 2 weeks to rehab. They're a very dangerous team. Now, the Chiefs are also dangerous. I don't know who's going to defend Travis Kelce, but I'm giving the Eagles the edge because that back injury is going to linger. The back is the worst type of injury, dude. So I'm leaning on that. But I would have to say personally that the back injury is going to definitely not make him be what he was. Now, he played well yesterday, but them Eagles, them boys hit hard, and they're all over the place. So that's my gut feeling right now. It may change during the week, but I would have to take the Eagles. I appreciate you guys rocking with me through this entire season. We got one more weekend with the actual Super Bowl that we would wrap up, and I appreciate you guys, man. Like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.